Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is such a meaningful game in the hunt for a postseason spot. And we may see some lockdown coverage from this fella as he tries to prevent any big passing plays from hurting their playoff aspirations. It's the Saints going up against the Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And now it's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Off the play fake. Ryan. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30, past the 20, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there, his 6th touchdown of the season. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Off play action. Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Of 2, now third down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Off the play fake. Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, they run with Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They set up the screen to Hill. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And Jones has it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know that's their first connection in this game. But you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw is Ryan. Underneath here to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Hitting double digits. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Hill. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll keep it on the ground. Hill. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Play action. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Xavier Cooper coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now, Hill. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. For a second, third quarter in Indy. It's the Colts who have the lead there. Andrew Luck, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Holding. Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 8 yards. On the first down completion. Off play action. Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? So-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Off the play fake. Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kentrell Brothers coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, Hill, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own. So out come the Falcons now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we get set to send it to the stadium, a look at the man who's played cornerback could factor into the outcome of this one in a big way, if he's on his game. It's the Saints going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. On 1st and 10, Simeon. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Anderson. A swift move, but not a ton to show for it. Tackle just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And the numbers there for Demaryius Thomas last time out. 3 catches, 52 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Out of the gun, Simeon over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Simeon, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Simeon. And he gets it to C.J. Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 50, it's Simeon. Found his target, it's Anderson. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Here's Simeon now on second down. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Green, 39. Green.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And able to find Decker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. First down, it's Simeon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. They give it to Anderson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Again, Anderson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. So happy holidays, Larry. Your gift, take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
No, check, Patriot.
On second down, Anderson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long. It's Simeon. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He gets away from one. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, here's Simeon. To connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now it's Simeon. Complete left side to tight end Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Second down now after the incompletion. They run Anderson, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Bring us to 3rd and goal. Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he throws it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first. Before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 39 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Boy, just like that, they've got new life.
And the defense still has the advantage, but I know that there's some deflation there. That's why I hurry back to the line of scrimmage and attack them again.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Simeon going to rush his guys to the line. They'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you. There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter, but kind of... game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because Appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. Blake Bortles, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for New Orleans, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we get set to send it to the stadium, a look at the man who's played cornerback could factor into the outcome of this one in a big way, if he's on his game. It's the Raiders going up against the Saints.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles... Look at this Saints team as they enter play. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Throwing his car on third down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. A beautiful fake. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And running with power here. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 85 yards. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
From midfield, here's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Carr going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of... Empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
14 yards is the pick up there at a Raider first. Carr to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And some room to work. There he goes inside the 30. And the Raiders are in for 6 touchdowns. Derek Carr, his first touchdown on the year. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And complete, right side to Cook. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Carr, throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On third down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. So out come the Raiders. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean,
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They run a draw here on second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Caught left side to Crabtree. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. 51 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Room here to run.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time for the Raiders. 59 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they're operating in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Baltimore. And it was the Redskins that came away victorious there. Jeremy Hill, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Here in the divisional round, the pressure gets dialed up several more notches. Some players rise to the occasion, some can't handle the heat. We'll see who shines in the spotlight and gets his team to the conference title game. It's the Lions going up against the Saints.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Series right here. Back 22! Back 22!
Flashes another juke. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 75 yards. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Gabbard on first down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Taken in at the 22. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability and a sack result.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off the play fake, Gabbard. And he's not able to get away. Gabbard sacked.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A 2nd down throw for Gabbard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action. Gabbard. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it.
And he's not able to get away. Gabbert sacked. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Gabbert now on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So we've come. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got. A trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Gabbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost. To get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from. So a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a play fake here on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Gabbert now. And Tate's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Gabbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the gun, Gabbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end. Zone. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's McGee. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touch. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
And it coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Time for a break. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
At the 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last shot now for Gabbard. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4 be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. A berth to the Super Bowl at stake here in the Conference Championship. What more needs to be said? No doubt one of these players will leave the field a hero with his focus squarely on winning that Super Bowl trophy. It's the Saints going up against the Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, New Orleans. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
First and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh. Downs. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Pass incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And his throw here's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me. their eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wentz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. A.J. Klein. And that's going to make it 4th down. This one away by the punter, Dar. Shrugs him off. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Blount, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Skirts by him at the 35. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will.
Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome. I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every net...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On third down, it's Hansen. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. Back to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. He'll look to throw. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to fourth down. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a season it's been, and what a Super Bowl this will be. And for this fella, it'll need to be his best game of the year. He'll be looking to blanket the opposing receivers and take away any big plays. It's the Chargers going up against the Saints.
Well, Larry, the 2020 NFL campaign has seemingly given us highlights for 10 seasons, but it will all come to a close tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 55, the double nickel from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, our second straight Super Bowl from the Sunshine State. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And some space here. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. Target, at least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, 33 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Experience together. We have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now Gordon on first down. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He's been slinging it in the first half. You expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more.
He's got a man complete. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Chargers in possession of the football as we get back into the action in the third quarter. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
All right, here we go.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Let's go. Green.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Well, that'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yards all night long.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Gordon, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 22. And the Bolts have